Hello, 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 and how are you doing on this fantastic day? How has God blessed you? How are you continually being blessed? I am being blessed. Just looking at this picture, I'm not sure if you can see it. That is when I started to really learn myself and the autism journey, as well as my son, and realizing how he just operates, how he does things. Sometimes I see myself doing different things, and he's in the background and he's saying things. And even on that picture, he was telling me something about what he was holding. And I'm taking this cute little picture, and I realized he's talking about something, and I was getting ready to miss it because I was focused on me. And I don't know for any other parent how many times you might be doing something in the middle of cooking or just just doing something as simple as taking a picture, and you realize I almost missed something important. But it was these times here that I started kind of reflecting and journaling and started to communicate with Daniel and listen to him better. And not just me, but me and my husband. And when we started doing that, we were able to come up with a book of things that he's doing and has done and has communicated with us. Our story of what we felt like happened with Daniel. And then I was able to put together a few things of what I know he does during the meltdown. And my husband were able to kind of talk about things that we know might help other parents and even teachers as we go through this book. This is his autism story. So this is the story by Daniel Liggins, and I was very blessed, even though she has passed, to have any type of artwork from my niece, Takaya Harton. And again, this book was written by my husband and I in collaboration of different things that we were talking about and just going back and forth with the different things that I was able to write into the book and just going that way. But it does start off with our story, what we remember of things that was kind of hard for us in the beginning of when Daniel had words and then he lost words. And it's, I'm not going to read it right now because it's hard for me to go through the story without crying. I'm trying to get there to start reading it better out just in case someone does want me to read it in the future without crying through it, because it does get emotional because it's a real story. It's nothing that just some people just write books just to write, put on the bookshelf. This is our real story. This is the story that took me a while to write and actually get together and actually prepare in a way that I know Daniel, even though he is considered nonverbal, he communicates with us. He communicates with those that try to communicate back and understand his language and meet him where he is. So many times that, which is beautiful, we have different therapists that might come in. They want to teach him a new way of doing things, a new way of communication, the communication that everybody can get to. But sometimes we have to remember that we have to meet our children where they are. And and in honor of Autism Awareness Month, and this being National Autism or Worldwide Autism Day, I would love for you to support his book and the things that he is doing. Daniel knows that his birthday is also this month, so we are so excited. April 26th is his birthday, you all, and he knows if he gets a certain amount of books sold, he gets what he wants in his room, which is a new TV. I'm scared to put a TV in his room, but that's what he's asking for, and I have let him know if we sell this amount of books. I believe the amount that for his books is like 10 or 15, so it's not that many. It's not that many books to sell. Well, if you buy it from me, it's $20, and he will write his personal autograph in there, and we'll have a personal little note for you, and we'll make sure we have some love, and we'll pray over your book before you get it as well, because I just feel like that's something good positive energy over anything that someone gives me is always important. If you don't mind me praying over your book, if you don't want that, let me know. Some people may not. But but seriously, all honestly, this is a book that touches my heart each and every time I read it. Um, it was originally published in 2023, and it actually just went out last year because it was so many different revisions that I have made between that little time and this time, and just making sure things are well, the way that Daniel wants them. Even though he didn't sit down and actually write, he communicated how he felt, especially doing different things in here, like it's meltdowns. Um, what is a meltdown? And I do like people to know what a meltdown is. So we do have that definition in here. So we let you know that a meltdown is involuntary. It's something that is not trying to get attention like some people think. A meltdown is different from a temper tantrum. A temper tantrum is something that someone is actively doing to get attention. A meltdown is something that is involuntary. It's a response to something that's overwhelming. It's like when people have an episode that they don't even remember they're doing. It can manifest as a verbal outburst, like shouting, or crying. It is really something that happens when you're overwhelmed. The best way to me to kind of think about you as someone that you might be very close to, maybe at their funeral. Maybe you finally felt everything, all the emotions at one time. You realize that person is gone, you're grieving, you feel the lights, you feel the fact that they will never touch you again, and all of a sudden something comes over you. You feel something overwhelmingly hurtful, the grief, the moment, and you can't control your crying. You can't control you saying, I missed you, I want you back. That is a meltdown. That is how a person on the spectrum can often feel with certain things that they go through. So I want you in this time to kind of think about what this means as far as autism and what they go through. Like I said, he talks about him saying all done. When he's saying all done, and I mentioned before, this man says all done in doctor's appointments all the time because he's done. And if we don't listen, he will have a meltdown at the doctor's office because it's overwhelming for him to visit the doctor. This is a coloring page that they can write and do things on a coloring page. If you're sharing this, hopefully you're sharing this with your children, child, or your classroom. My friend accepts my differences and they meet me where we play, where I am. I like to draw. Do you like to draw? So these are also things you can do in your classroom. I'm brave, I'm kind. And just, again, this is my favorite part because I love to journal. So you can have them or your classroom or your children do it. But I love the fact that that's there. And again, April is what? Yeah, World Acceptance Month. We don't bully, we invite. So these are also things in here. And how we celebrate all of those things here. And even of course we talk about April, but I also in my book recognize December 3rd. Some people don't realize what December 3rd is. It is Disability Awareness Day. So it's not just autism, that's not just one thing, that's everything. And that's how I believe I try to empower now, not just looking at one disability, but looking at all disabilities and how we can empower and uplift and give that love to everyone that has their own type thing that they're going through. Sorry. I told you I get a little emotional to read the book, and also I'm losing my voice. So I'm not going to completely prolong this anymore, but I definitely wanted to just to have that deeper level of understanding with things on a spectrum, about things on a spectrum, but also empowering all those with disabilities. Everyone that has a disability deserves the right to be recognized, loved, and included. So that is my biggest takeaway from this book, that that we're together. No disability is better, worse than any other disability. No child that has a disability, parent or caregiver, should be going alone with this journey. So I am here as an autism coach, friend, sister, guide, or just some type of support to listen. So as always, I love you all and hope you go out and let me know if you would like this book. DM me. I am Purposely Playing Life on most platforms. Autism Faith Mom on YouTube. And yeah, look forward to hearing back from you. We'll love your feedback on the book. Thank you. Bye.